So quick one. We are back in CorelDRAW, and as usual, creating a new document. I'm going to be showing you how you can create various shapes in CorelDRAW. So first of all, you have this entire group that is from this freehand to this polygon tool. These ones are going to help you create any shape at all. Why do I say any shape at all? I mean any shape at all. Like you not get it the hard reach. Freehand basically anything you think of, you can draw. This is so I'm clicking and I'm dragging. I'm clicking and I'm dragging. Do you get it? I'm clicking and dragging, clicking and dragging, clicking and dragging, clicking and dragging. Oh, when you drag it all the way back to the point where you for start the drawing and it give you this arrow. Now for you to create a link up between the end node. Remember I tell you about node for the previous video. So if I join this node and this node together, this becomes a shape, not an outline, right? So if I join am together now, I'll fit give am color, right? However, this other one wey be say I not join, I not sure say I suppose fit give this guy color at all. You know see am now. So if I click on the color, so when I click on color, you discover that it doesn't affect it. It doesn't affect it like this one now. So I'm left clicking on my mouse. So if you left click on your mouse, you can just simply add a color to the object, right? If you right click, it go affect the outline. So let's check it here. I left click this color, nothing happen. But when I right click the color, you see now that the outline change. Same thing goes for this one. If I right click this, you see it changes. If I right click this, it changes. If I right click this black now, you see it changes. If I right click this one now is an empty, no color, no outline, whatever. So this is like a null color. So there's no color here. So what I'm going to do is if I right click here, I remove the outline. If I left click here, I remove the color. You get it now? So what I can do, I will just right click on this blue and then I'm going to leave it like that. So we have outline and we have color. So that's it for the freehand. If you look on the toolbox and you see this little arrow here, it's showing you that there are other things that are under that particular tool from the toolbox. So if you click on that arrow, your normal left click. So if you click on that arrow, you will see that there are other things there that you can try to make use of. Bezier is still a form of freehand tool. The pen tool is one of my favorites. It's also a freehand tool. Basically, almost everything we do are freehand tool. And just make you decide to use whichever one you like. So personally, I love the pen tool. Personally, why? Because it just allows me get accurate drawings of what I want. Like it dey give me the shape. You understand? So I can simply play with this and connect my nodes easily just like freehand too. Only that I have little bit of limitations. All those limitations you go notice them by the time you just start to dey use all these freehand tools, right? So now that we are done with the freehand tool, the next thing na to play with the artistic media tool. So with the artistic media tool, what you can do is play with all these ones wey dey up here sef. So you get all these little settings for here wey you fit take decide exactly wetin you need to do. So this one now na to determine the width of the stroke. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw. How do you draw? Click and drag. So click and drag. Do you get it now? So I just decided to do this. It's not like I had anything in mind. You understand this now? So this is exactly what you can do with the artistic media tool. So if you decide to say, okay, maybe you want to change some settings, let's change some settings and let's see what's going on. You see that this is different. You see it? So I'm already kind of creating something artistic on this page. Let's not get all creative all of a sudden. So You understand my point? So as usual, see say dis small arrow there, click on the small arrow. You fit decide to do smart drawing or live sketch. Usually I just dey use dis artistic medium, but no, who knows, you might just be someone who loves the live sketch and someone who loves smart drawing too. So experiment. The next na to click on the rectangle. Interesting fact, shortcut dey to open dis rectangle tool and it is F6. So if you look your computer you go see all those F1 to F12, yeah, F6 will help you select the rectangle tool. Immediately you select the rectangle tool, what should you do next? Click and drag, click and drag. I will show you a shortcut to create a perfect square. A perfect square is a square that has all sides equal. If you dey click, if you dey click and drag rectangle, just add control, click, drag, hold control, right? It will give you a perfect square like this. So you want to first of all remove your finger from the click before letting go of your control, and that will give you a perfect square. That will give you a perfect square. Interesting fact na say, remember I tell you that pick tool can easily select it. You can also use this shape tool here to select the nodes and it can turn it into a circle. That's a trick, right? You can turn it to a circle, you can turn it back again to a square, you can turn it even to a round square like this. Then wetin I dey do now na say I dey touch my space bar. I'm fond of that. I will just hit the, if you hit the space bar, it changes to the previous two that you use. Notice my cursor. Notice this cursor wey dey here, so this mouse pointer. If I press space bar, shey see how say e turn to shape two, because na shape two na we use just now. So as e be shape two now, if I press am again, pick two, shape two, pick two. You see, I just like doing that. Alright, so that one is another shortcut that you can use. So if you touch this small triangle wey dey here you see how say other things dey inside, you fit decide to use the 3 point triangle, me no dey use am, but who knows, it might be something you like. Same thing goes for the ellipse too. We dey call am ellipse, why? Because you can draw a sphere with it, you can draw a perfect circle. How do you draw a perfect circle? The same trick. You are clicking and dragging, just include control, hold control, hold control, hold control. So if you hold control, you go draw perfect circle. Perfect circle. Remember, you need to remove your hand first from your click before you comot your hand for the control. Otherwise, your circle fit turn to sphere. Alright, so we don't want a, I hope I'm saying this correctly. We don't want to draw an ellipse, so to say. We want a perfect circle. So we include the control whilst clicking and dragging. Alright, so that's how I did. Is there anything special in this shape tool? Yes, there's something special in the shape tool. You can literally turn this circle into, you know that time when they tell us diameter for school, when they tell us the diameter of a circle and pi and the rest of them, you can literally do it with this. Do you see it? So using the shape tool, you can change this. Now you want to keep this close, you want to keep your shape tool close to the node, right? In order to create an outline. Are you noticing something? If you don't keep it close to the node, if you don't keep it close to the node, like you dey draw now and the cursor no dey close to the node, you go dey create shape, which is something like this spiral wey you dey see. But if e dey close to the node, you go dey create outline, outline. That is, you no go add this, get the point now. So if it's close to the node like this, I'm creating an outline. You see it now. But if I move away from the node, I'll be creating a shape. So that's what you can do with circle and shape tool using transformation. Then if you click on this triangle, you see something else under. The same thing with this polygon. Polygon is one of the most interesting tools that I have seen so far. Press Ctrl A, press delete to delete everything from your printable page area. Na wetin I do just now. So click and drag again, click and drag again. I'm drawing a triangle. Why am I drawing a triangle when there's obviously a polygon in the shape? Simple. It's because I changed these settings here to have just three sides. So a three-sided polygon is a triangle. A four-sided polygon is a what? I swear you not remember. Even myself. I think this is a cat or a rhombus. This is a cat or a rhombus. We do maths for school. This is a cat or a rhombus. But we know that a polygon with four sides is a quadrilateral. I don't know if I'm right. Yeah, yeah, well. So what we can do is to either reduce the sides. You cannot go below three, right? So triangle, you know, and it just keeps going, keep going, keep going, keep going, going again. You can go to infinity. Now it looks as though you have almost a perfect circle. Can we make it a perfect circle? It is not a perfect circle, but we can make it a perfect circle. Now, what will shape 2 how will shape 2 affect the nodes? We are going to do that. You can touch this one and drag it. It creates a star. So if you notice now, it's easy for you to it's easy for you to scatter this thing. It's easy for you to scatter this thing. So another thing you can do is to add control. So this looks like a shutter. Shutter like camera lens closing in, right? I could just picture it at that point. And you can go ahead and create it, right? So this is what we created. Remember, we can right click to give color. Sorry, we can left click to give color and right click to add outline. I'm just going to give this interesting color. Let's make it black. Black and green has always been a very wonderful mix, right? You get the point now. So that is that for that. If you click under here, did you know that that shape tool that we just created now, if you reduce it to 5 and you hold control and you use your shape tool to drag it inside, you could literally create a star. Let's do that. So I'm going to change this to 5 points, right? And then I'm going to pick the shape tool. And then I'm going to select any one of the nodes at all. I'm going to select this node. Okay, let me select this one. No, let me just select this one on this side. And then I'll hold control to drag. You see what I mean? You could literally create a star, a five-sided star, holding control. That's what I meant. Interesting. And basically, that's how you create shapes here. The next other shape that you can create is converting an already created shape, which is either you're using a special character or you are using text. You get it now? So we can convert a text to a shape that we are going to use in the long run. Hope you get the point now. So that's the other shape. That's just the other things that we can create. And this is it about creating shapes. Remember that I told you in the beginning there was a trick that I showed you about double clicking on the rectangle to give you a background. It doesn't really matter whether you have square size or if you double click on rectangle, it will give you a complete background based on your size of the printable page area. So that's it. I'll see you in the next video.